Hello and welcome back to today's computer education class. As you remember, in our last class, we were learning about the mouse, the different parts of the mouse. Do you remember how many buttons the mouse has? The left button, what does it do? What does the right button do? Do we even need it? And what is the purpose of the scroll wheel? You learnt about the different operations which the mouse performs. What are the functions and uses of the mouse? You also answered the question whether we need a mouse at all. Which part of the computer do you use if you do not use a mouse? Very correctly, many of you have answered that the keyboard does the work by itself. But a mouse makes it much easier for us. And when we were learning about the different parts of the computer, we learned that mouse can be wireless or with the wire, the regular mouse which we work with in our school computer. Now, what about laptops? Do you need a mouse with your laptop? No. Why not? Because you have a touchpad. And some of you have also written it in your answer that you use a touchpad in place of a mouse. But a desktop computer will not be having this. So we will need the keyboard. Moving on, we will talk more about the functions the mouse performs. Did you like playing the games which I told you about in the last class? Which were these? Yes, the ones in which you clicked on the bubbles? You bursted the bubbles? In the bubble game, you were clicking on the bubble to make it burst, and you were counting your points. We also use the mouse to scroll across our screen, so we can go from the top of the screen to the bottom using the scroll wheel. Apart from this, as you can see, I can use the mouse for pointing. Did you have fun playing the games I gave you? You can always try your hand at it and get better at it. So, that was about our last class. What about this class? What are we learning today? We are learning about these 3 buttons in today's class. Do you know what these buttons are? Have you seen them anywhere across your page? Where do you usually see them? That's right. We see it on the top right-hand corner of our page, regardless of the file we are working on. Do you know what these buttons are for then? These are the maximize, minimize, and close buttons. What do each of these buttons do? The minimize button is used to pull down the screen. The maximize button is used to make the screen wide open. And the close button is used to close the window or the file which you are working on. Do you want to see how it is done? Here you can see my computer screen. I have opened a Word document. And in the top right hand corner, you can see the minimize button is highlighted because I have kept my pointer there. Now you know that we can move our pointer on our screen with our mouse. So if I click on this button, what will happen? Oh no, what has happened? Where has my file gone? Well, I shouldn't worry, because my file is just here. Where is it? It has been minimized and you can see it on the taskbar here. So that is the purpose of a minimize button. If I am working on many files, I can minimize the file and access it whenever I need it. This is not same as closing the file. Now what has happened to my file? It is not the right size, is it? It has become small. That is because I have made it small. In this way, I can see different files open at the same time on my screen. So I have reduced the size of the file. But if I want to see it across my full screen, what will I do? Yes, you can see my cursor is already on the maximize button. When I click on it, my file opens up again. Just like this. And which button is left then? Yes, the close window. Without explaining, I'm sure you know what does a close button do. It closes the file. One thing you must remember about using this button is that before you close the window, you should save your file. We will learn more about this later, but I am just mentioning it in case you want to save your file. If you close the window without saving the file, you will not be able to retrieve your data, or you will not be able to access whatever is there in the file. So, here are the options. You have to click on the blue or purple floppy icon on your screen to save it. Or you can go to the File menu and click on Save or Save As. And then your file will be saved. I will tell you more about it when we are talking about files. Now that we have learnt about the three buttons, maximize, minimize and close, I would like you to do an activity for me. You have to open a Paint document. Yes, it looks like this. And in this Paint document, you will try and click on the following buttons and see what happens. Minimize your window, click on it, maximize it, adjust the size, make it small, and maximize it again, and then close your file. But wait, before you close it, I have something else to tell you. Tell me, how will you open the file? Do you use a right click or a left click to open the file? Do you know an easy way to access a new document is to do a right click on your screen and you get an array of options from which you can click new and then open a new document. You may not have MS Paint as an option. In that case, you have to go to the search bar and type in Paint and it will appear. Don't worry, you can take your parents' help for this. The students will be able to explain what they have learned in their last lesson, know and demonstrate the maximize, minimize and close features in a file, state what each of these buttons do and how these are useful, save a document before closing it, open and work on a Paint file. Thank you for being such good children and listening well throughout the video. I hope you enjoyed today's class and learned about the three buttons: maximize, minimize and close. And as you are working with these, you will better your skills with your mouse. You can always go back and play some games. If you want, I will share more games with you in our future classes. For now, take care, stay well, and goodbye.